If you're tired of feeling taken advantage of, this is how you finally stop people pleasing and actually get what you want. As we get ready with me. My name's Emily. I'm an engineer in my 30s, and when I was younger, I used to struggle people pleasing so much because I thought I needed to I thought I needed to perform in order to be liked and loved. And that's just not the truth. So today I'm going to go through everything with you that I learned in my 20s about how to actually get what you want in relationships instead of constantly feeling like you need to perform in order to be loved. And today I have a meeting with my boss, so that kind of is what prompted the subject because in case you didn't know, I'm an engineer and working with men has been really eye-opening in terms of like how they act in relationships because men are so direct about what they actually want and they're very unapologetic when they ask for it. Whereas women seem to kind of beat around the bush and they are almost scared of asking for what they actually want. So I've actually taken a lot of lessons from men in my career in terms of how to be more direct and actually get what you want. And if I would give you any advice, it's just assume that you're gonna get it. If you're acting like a people pleaser, it's probably because you think you're not really gonna get what you want unless you do all these things. But most of the men I work with, they just assume they're gonna get what they want. They go in with the assumptive clothes, ask for it, and most of the time it ends up working out. I am horribly sick as well. I feel marginally better, but I couldn't even stream the other day because I was just so out of it. So if I sound a little congested, nasally, that's why I've come down with a cold, and I have a big presentation tomorrow, so thoughts and prayers that it all goes well, but I am not feeling my best, and I'm doing my best to at least kind of dress the part a little bit so the cute outfit helps my morale, but I would like to just be on the couch with my cat, so that's that. Mhm. So today we're gonna do very light makeup, and we're gonna be talking about how to stop being a people pleaser and actually get what you want. My name's Emily. I'm an engineer in my 30s, and one of the biggest lessons I've learned from working with mostly men is that they're incredibly direct and they're very unapologetic about asking for what they want in relationships and at work. And when I was younger, I thought I had to prove myself in order to feel like enough and to be chosen and to actually get what I want, but that's just not true. So today we're going to be going through everything I've learned, especially from men in my career, about how to unapologetically ask what you want, get what you want, and stop acting like a people pleaser who's trying to manipulate everyone around them. Hi, welcome to the live stream. Oh, so I struggled being a people pleaser so much when I was younger because I think it was a core self-esteem issue. Like, I didn't actually think I was gonna get what I wanted, so I was acting and pretending to be the good girl, and that really shot me in the foot. So, if you take anything away from this video, take from it that if you go in expecting you're gonna get what you asked for, most of the time you will. A lot of the men I work with kind of go in with the assumptive clothes saying, you know, I'm gonna get what I want, therefore I ask for it, and then afterwards, most of the time they get it. How do you get rid of pimples and zits? Okay, so most of my channel, I talk about skincare all the time. I had horrible cystic acne in my 20s, and it really defeated my confidence. So, if anything, if you have access to a dermatologist, do that. If not, I would start focusing on your internal health things like making sure you sleep enough, make sure you eat healthy foods, cut out inflammatory foods, no sugar, no alcohol, make sure you're having enough protein and healthy fats. And then after that, we can talk about actives. So, the type of actives you use will be different based on what type of acne you have. So, I don't know what type of acne you have, but there's a few helpful things you can do. You can get a retinoid, you can get exfoliates like BHA or AHA, And you can also use really hydrating, calming, anti-inflammatory things like honey and propolis. So definitely check out the rest of the channel. There's so much information on acne. I struggled deeply with it when I was younger. I also just got in on the subject of skincare. I got in my microneedling set, and we're going to be doing a live stream where I show you how to microneedle at home, as well as if you want to do my nails with me later. I'm gonna do my Glamnetic press-ons, and I think the girls usually like watching me do my nails, so definitely leave a comment if you want to see that. But today's topic is near and dear to my heart because I wish I could tell my younger self that you don't have to perform to be loved and that you don't have to do all of these things to get people to like you. I know if you're acting like a people pleaser, it's coming from a good place. Like, you want to be kind, you want to be nice, you want to take care of others, but you're really abandoning yourself in the process. You're shoving your needs down so that other people will be liked. And that kind of builds in your system as resentment. Over time, you slowly start to resent the fact that you're giving, 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 and not getting anything back. Eventually, you will blow up, and then no one will be happy around you. But instead of giving yourself an autoimmune disease and shoving all your needs down, I need you to feel confident enough to actually speak them into reality. One of the things that helped me, where is my chapstick? Okay. One of the things that helped me is to start scripting them. So if you're not comfortable yet directly asking for what you want the way men do, I often find it easier to write it down in my journal. So I will write down all the things that I want, and that kind of helps me like rationalize, like, is this need an actual thing that I need, or is it just a desire? So I script them down, I write them out, and then that gives me a little more confidence in actually asking them. And sometimes I'll also ask my mom. My mom is like one of my best friends, and I'll kind of get from her if this is something that I actually feel comfortable talking about, or if it's something that is just a passing thing. Okay, I think one of the other things we have to talk about in terms of people pleasing is how being the good girl is actually holding you back. Now, I know a lot of women are taught to be nice to everyone else so that everyone else is happy, to like not make a fuss, but most of the men I know, like my dad, my father, any of my partners, they want you to be happy. They don't want you to perform. Like, if you're constantly performing, they feel like they're not getting the real you. And like, if someone who loves you wants you to be happy and you're always fake being happy, you're never gonna have authentic relationships. I think one of the reasons why my relationships didn't work out when I was younger is I was just saying, "Oh, it's fine," and then pushing down what I actually wanted. So, like, I wasn't falling in love, I wasn't even falling in like, I was just constantly feeling resentful and upset that I wasn't getting what I needed. Today I have a meeting with my boss, and tomorrow I have a pretty big presentation, so wish me luck for that, everybody. We're working on a new video of you, me and my editor, so hopefully that goes well. Please in the comments also let me know what time works best for you for live stream, because I just kind of pop on whenever I'm getting ready, and that time varies depending on what the day is. Oh, and forgot to tell you what I'm using. So I use the Dior foundation almost every day, and so does my mom. My mom's in her 50s and I'm in my 30s. The Dior Forever Glow really just gives your skin this really healthy, glowy finish. And I don't have a health drink today. Usually I have a health drink, but today I have coffee. Hi Cameron, welcome to the live stream. Ooh, okay, a little bit of concealer just gotta get blended. Also, I live in Rhode Island and it is absolutely beautiful today. It's supposed to be in the 90s, which I guess is kind of hot, but I mean, I'm really enjoying the summer weather. Uh, okay, the thing that really unlocked my confidence and helped me to stop being a people pleaser is realizing that people pleasing isn't actually kindness, it's a form of manipulation. When you're acting like a people pleaser, you're trying to get other people to like you by acting a certain way. You're not actually being yourself, so they can't connect with a real person. And also, they resent you a little bit because they know they're being controlled. Being a people pleaser is like a soft way of being controlling. If you actually want people to like you, you have to allow them to be yourself. And if you're being controlling, you're never going to make real friendships. So I didn't realize I was kind of being a control freak in my relationships until my therapist pointed that out. And if you don't have a therapist, I think it's really useful, but I know therapy is expensive. So a lot of the self work I've been taught actually comes from my mom. So she owns a psychology company, and I try to share everything I've learned from her psychology teachings with you because I do know therapy is expensive. So if you're finding yourself in acting like a people pleaser, just realize that this is a very controlling behavior and that people want to connect to the authentic you, not like you manipulating other people. Hi, welcome to a live stream. I feel so sick today, but I do feel better than yesterday. I was in bad states yesterday. I um basically only sat on the couch with my cat and cuddled her. She's the cutest. Sometimes she joins us, but I think she's napping right now. Ugh, okay, I think that looks good. The foundation on my nose always is the hardest to stay on. I don't know why, but I find myself having to go back in to cover my nose most of the time. Yeah, I am. So today's a fun day for work. My boss is coming into town. I'm an engineer and I mostly work from home unless I have a meeting with a client. So, I kind of spend a lot of time by myself, and it's really nice when I have someone from the team come in and spend time with me. So I'm excited about that. And then tomorrow I have a pretty big presentation, so wish me luck. I wish I had told my younger self that it's okay to ask for what you actually want. The biggest unlock I had in letting go of my people pleasing tendencies was changing my mindset, and assuming that people want to make me happy instead of assuming that I'm asking for too much. Yeah, so I originally thought I wanted to be a fashion designer, and then I realized I didn't want to be a starving artist. So I really like design and making things beautiful, so I thought maybe an architect was a really pragmatic decision, but I realized architects had to go to a ton of school and they have a lot more exams they have to take. So I was not interested, nor could I pay for that much school. So I decided to be an engineer because we work on the same kind of projects as architects, just we get paid more and go to less school. So that was my choice, and I'm a civil engineer. Specifically, I work with the drainage design. So if you want to learn about that, go check out my LinkedIn because I post there. But no one ever seems to want to learn about engineering on YouTube, and it's way more fun to talk about my girly things here, anyways. So my editor laughs at me whenever she makes a LinkedIn video about engineering. She's like, "The skincare videos are way more fun." I'm like, "I know. I agree." But that's my corporate job. That pays my bills, and then I just do YouTube for fun on the side. So I'm 31 this year, guys. I just turned 31. I'm really excited. I initially was sad about turning 31, and then it happened, and I was like, "Oh, I'm in my 30s now. How fun." I think when I was younger, I was really, scared to get older, but I've realized I've gotten happier every single year I'm alive, which is really funny, right? It's like you kind of enjoy the process as you go older, and you realize, "Oh, like, 25 isn't so bad. Oh, 30 isn't so bad." And the hardest thing was kind of realizing that my life wasn't really what I planned for at this stage or what I hoped. Like, I hoped that I would be married, that I'd have kids, and that hasn't worked out. But my life in many ways is actually better than I initially planned. So You know, it would have been nice, but maybe that'll happen in the future. No, but not yet. Like, I said my prayers that my husband will come to me, but I haven't been dating in a little bit. I'm kind of tired of the process, so we'll see how it works out. Alright, so that's kind of my base makeup done. Sometimes I contour my face, sometimes I don't. I was finding that the contour stick was making me break out. I was using the Fenty Matchstick, and it was giving me little breakouts over here. Oh, thanks. I do have a lot of fun with the live stream. I actually find it easier than making regular videos. Oh, sorry, because I just talked to you. And what I do when I don't contour is I do still use bronzer. I use the Charlotte Tilbury one. Oh, I think my cat's outside. I forgot to open the door for her. See, just a little bit of contour there. And I always bring the bronzer up around here and here. So I originally grew up in Massachusetts. That's a state in the United States, but now I live in Rhode Island. I don't know if it's ever felt like home, but for the last 5-ish years, it's been my home. Hi, Jordan. Welcome to the live stream. I'm getting ready for an important meeting today. My boss is coming into town, and hopefully I'll learn some important things because I have a big presentation tomorrow and been a little stressed about it because I've not been feeling my best. I've been having a little bit of a cold, so if I sound stuffily, that's why. Ooh, I like New York. Like New York State or New York City? So I've been an engineer for about a decade. I graduated in 2017, and I always worked in civil engineering, but I used to do slightly different engineering. I used to work on highways, and now I work in drainage design. Okay, let's do my blush. I find it hard to talk and do my blush, so just give me a sec. Oh, and if you see the products, I do try to link everything with discount codes below for you if you want to try it. I have discount codes for most things, but you know, look in the description box, it's there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so if you ever need someone to blame for highway traffic, that used to be my job. I used to like do highway design. So when we were in construction, then we'd have to change the traffic pattern and we'd have to like move lanes around so that the guys could work on stuff. Thank you so much, Jordan. I feel terrible, so I appreciate the compliment. I've been sick, so I don't feel my beauty best, and I always tell the girls on my channel, like, if you feel really glum, put a cute outfit on, put a crown on your head, do your makeup, and it will help you to feel better, I promise you. If you walk around, like, looking like a homeless person and just look like a slob kebab, then you will also feel like a slob kebab. Ah, mm, uh, mhm. Oh, I always put a little bit of blush here because it kinda gives you the sun-kissed look. And as I've gone into my 30s, I have lost a lot of volume in the middle of my face, so I do put blush there as well. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jordan. You guys are funny, you're not interrupting one another. I try my best to answer you both. I really need the blush to be even right now, though, and that is always hard. Should we go sparkle or no sparkle for eyes? Sparkle does make my heart happy. I wanna do my nails later today. If you guys wanna see that, I'll definitely show you, but yeah. Oh, on the subject of being a people pleaser, another thing that really helped me is to kind of put myself on a pedestal. The more I think of myself as worthy of having like that goddess energy and getting what I want the more I do. So I really had to stop looking for approval from other people and give that approval to myself. I had to say, like, no, my needs and desires are valid. I don't have to get permission from my boyfriend or permission from my father. Be nice. You don't have to leave the live stream, guys. Put sparkle in your eyes. Yes, that sparkle is the correct answer. Great. I love how you guys are all on the same page. Thank you for being supportive. Hmm. Okay. What do we think? Is it even? Hmm. I think it's good enough. Like, this isn't a date, guys. This is work. I do kind of always do the same makeup though. Okay, let's get to sparkle on my eyes. Everyone's playing nice in the chat today, so I do appreciate that. Let's get some highlighter. I really liked the Champagne Glow highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury. All her products make my heart happy. I kind of buy based on the package and based on what I'm in the mood for. I'm not a makeup artist, but I just want my vanity to look cute, so, I'm a simple woman. Oh, that's fun. I had eggs for breakfast this morning. Ah. Wow, so glowy. Well, I think you must eat food because, like, otherwise you would have expired on us, and we can't have that. One of the things I also struggled with when I was in people-pleasing tendency is that I didn't know how to say no, and I didn't know what I actually wanted. So I was just kind of letting everyone else dictate that for me. I find it so empowering to tell people no now. I, like, really get a kick out of it. It's like, "No, he, princess doesn't wanna do that, thanks. I consume worlds." Well, like Thanos? That's funny. Ugh. One tactic you can use that sometimes works for me is also kind of acting like a bitch. I realize that the archetype of a bitch is someone who's very unapologetic about their needs and desires. So if that works for you, all the power to you. I think my personality is such that it just doesn't resonate because I'm naturally a very kind person. Like, I don't want to hurt other people. But I think if you just put yourself first and then unapologetically ask for what you want, you do have some of that bitchy energy. Not in a bad way, but hi. Yeah, see, this is what I want to talk about. So, like, someone just said they hate telling people no, and then they end up doing things they don't want to do. So then you resent yourself for doing the thing you don't want to do, and you resent the other person for asking for that. So I would really recommend that you learn how to be direct and really set a hard boundary, being like, no, I'm not interested in doing that. But that took confidence and growth for me. I actually think that it took into my mid 20s before I was able to set effective boundaries without feeling bad about it. Because I used to feel really bad as well when I would tell people no. And then afterwards, I'd feel guilty, right? And that always came down to like a lack of self-worth, self-esteem, and once I worked on those, then it made it easier to say no. I think as well, like as I've gotten older, I've just realized how short life is and how little time I have to actually live the life I want. So if I don't have all of this infinite time on the planet, I have to make sure that I'm only spending my time the way I want to. And your time is your most valuable resource. You don't get it back. Like, you can always earn more money, but time is something that expires, it's gone, you can never get back. Okay, Sparkle Part 1 is ready. I use the Tattoo eyeshadow pots from Maybelline. I've used this for years, and it's just such a nice base shadow for everything else. The girl said sparkle today, so we're gonna put sparkle. I have Charlotte Tilbury on here. This palette is called the Exaggerize, and I just picked this one up because it was very natural looking. I like to have brown shades on my lids. I think that they kind of bring out, I have like greeny brown eyes, if you can see. And then when you're putting the sparkle, I recommend you put it right above your eyeball, like, I don't know what the colored part is called, but right in the center of your eye, because it brings in the light and makes your eyes look bigger. And I always want to make my eyes look kind of like doll eyes. So that's the system. If you've just joined, we've been talking about letting go of being a people pleaser today, and how specifically working as an engineer has helped me to step away from that, because men are just like so unapologetic about what they want. I really learned a lot from them. Okay, and now for the crease shade. So I do two things for my crease. I either do a kind of contour shade, or I do this pinky shade. Since I'm wearing pink, I'm also going to do the pinky shade. And this is just a matte color. I think matte is best in your crease. If you try to put sparkles in the crease, it looks a bit funky and it can kind of wrinkle, so I don't do that. You don't want wrinkly crease makeup. Yeah, that's nice. That really brings out more of the green color. Ugh. Today I have coffee. I usually have a health drink. I'll probably have my green juice afterwards, but One of the things I would ask yourself if you're struggling being a people pleaser is, do you actually know what you want? Like, if someone were to ask you what restaurant are you going to, are you going to just default to whatever they want? Or have you actually asked yourself, have you stopped, like, felt in your body, where does my inner child want to go eat today? If someone asks for your opinion, that's what I want you to do from now on. Don't just default to theirs. Stop. Ask your inner child, what would make me happy today? Because if someone's asking you where you want to go to dinner, they want to make you happy. So do your best to stop and check in with yourself and actually see what you want. Oh, that looks lovely. I'm so happy with how that came out. The concept of checking in with your inner child is another psychology concept that comes from my mom. Even when we're adults, I'm in my 30s, we do still have a childlike psychological self, and we are responsible for taking care of ourselves our whole life. So if you take care of yourself as if you're someone who's worthy of being taken care of, then you end up feeling less apologetic for asking for what you actually want. Yeah, see, that's a really good point. So if someone else doesn't want to guess where you want to go for dinner, right? It's kind of unfair. And there's a meme in relationships with this, is that um like the man and the woman are going back and forth about where to eat, and they're just like, oh, wherever you want to go. But if a man is asking you, he's asking you because he wants to make you happy and he wants you to feel taken care of. So you have to take it upon yourself to genuinely ask what would make you happy and say that unapologetically. Again, assuming that people want to look after you and people have your best interest at heart. Oh, my sister-in-law was over the other day, and it has reminded me of something else because, um, she struggles with this a lot. So she feels like a burden to other people, and that's why she feels like she has a hard time asking directly for what she wants. So please let go of that if you still struggle with that. It is an honor to take care of the people we love. You are not a burden. Oh, pretty. Nice, nice. Yeah, and you can give a lot of the girls on live stream a kind of different perspective as well. So most of the people on the channel are women, but when we have guys in the chat, it's very helpful. I'm gonna do a little bit of eyebrows and then my mascara. This is my favorite new perfume. It's the Bon Bon from Viktor and Rolf. I love this guy. I basically want to smell like a snack. It's very sweet. I tried the caramel one also. I don't like this. This smells like a Yankee Candle. Oh, they're not all women, but like most, if I look at my analytics, it's like 90% women watch my channel. So, okay, this is my eyebrow gel, and I use the Benefit one. I've used it so much that I've worn off the label. Fun. And this just helps your eyebrow hairs all stay in the same place. We want organized brows on this channel. What do we think? Nice. Bye. Have a good day. I have this hole right here. I always have to kind of comb over that like a bald man combing over his bald spot. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, and then my mascara, I've used this for years. I used the Lights Camera Splashes, and this is a waterproof mascara, so it doesn't get on my bottom lash line. I noticed that if I use anything not waterproof, I get black smudges underneath, so that's why I use this guy, because we don't want black smudges. That's no fun. Okay, let's go. Should I do the bottom lash line? Yeah, why not? Let's go. Let's go for it. I want my lashes to look very like spidery and long. Very fluffy. I hate a clumpy lash. Okay. I'm happy with that. Everyone have a great day. I have to go get ready for my meeting.